Hello! Welcome, friends. Welcome to the Emporium. Oh, wayward gamers. Thank you for joining us. I am Jay, your GM, also known as Neopet3 on the socials. And tonight, you have joined Saltmarsh Legends here on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. Enough about me right now. We'll get to a lot of stuff going on, but I would like to introduce these wonderful and talented players that are at this virtual tarot table. The promotion of awe in my myths and happiness of glee. Carrie, who are you playing for this? Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you playing?
I'm Carrie. You can find me in Michigan. But if you met the character, I am Brynn. And I am here, and I'm really happy to be here. Also, you can find me on Monday nights. I'm on Mini Terrain Domain, where we play the Candlekeep Mysteries. You can find me also a couple of times a month over on my other channel, Dice Tales Live, where we play games over there as well. And coming up here, we're still trying to kind of pick a date, but we're thinking about in the early fall. I will actually be running a game on Mini Terrain Domain, so we're really looking forward to that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Jeff, welcome. It's good to see you.
Well, thanks. It's good to be seen.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Arivo Starborn, our high elf wizard. You can find Jeff in Minnesota, and you can currently find Arivo in the library of Mistra, just down the street from the Wicked Goat Tavern.
Nice.
Nice. Little Saltmarsh promo of the city elements. Awesome. Thank you so much. Jim, how you doing?
Good, I'm doing good. So I'm Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter, playing Glastoc Steelcloak, the Dwarven warrior. Well, he's actually a sorcerer. Let's face it, the cat's out of the bag. And
So is the dead dwarf out of the bag.
shush.
Oh my god.
Yeah, come on. We don't want to.
We
Yeah.
were gonna get into that, but
We
wow.
don't want to
Soon.
set Carrie off already, Jeff. Jeez,
Too soon.
too soon. Yeah. And yeah, currently I'm actually in the Pacific Northwest instead of sunny Southern
Oh.
California this week. So
You
yeah,
sweet West Coast baby.
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. For those that are joining us or lurking, we welcome you. If you're watching us on the vlogs, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We hope that you could hit that follow button and give us a little likes here and there, because we've got the YouTube channel as well, which, is something that I probably, have something maybe for this, maybe, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's out there, maybe it's not. We'll see if, oh, yep. Nightbot, you're being a pain. So needless to say, we are very happy that you are joining us. Few things to get before we get into this wonderful game. We'll do a little recap, and we're doing a little promotion at the beginning because we know that, by the time it gets later at the end, some of you are off to other locations, and there's some really important information I really want to share with you right away. So first of all, if you are, today is Wednesday, so 2 days left. On Friday the 28th, the Jasper's Game Week auction bidding will expire at 5 p.m. and then the Aussie edition as well. So Jasper's Game Day promotes suicide prevention, and it is a great and wonderful charity. Fenway and everyone that's a part of it and all the ambassadors do wonderful work, and that charity is very, very dear to my heart. I've been a part of it for many, many years, and I wouldn't be streaming if it wasn't for that charity. So they gave me the encouragement to do this. So they can be blamed if you want. No, just kidding. But they are going to be doing their Jasper's Game Week from the May 9th through the 13th. So bidding, there's great, great people and GMs there and some great guests playing in those games. So please look into that. The Aussie edition, which is the 15th through the 20th, don't forget about that one as well. And because this time I'm slightly prepared, there's a link for you if you are looking for it. So,
Ooh.
yeah, sometimes we also want to say, with several of our partners and friends in the community, they talk about mental illness, and they also say it's okay not to be okay. And we wanted to touch on this also because, like our friends in the community, sometimes it's struggling, especially with everything that's going on. And if you need help, please get it. And in the chat, again, if you're looking for something, there's some numbers that might be able to help you if you're looking for it. So we appreciate you and love you, and make sure that you stay in the community. So that is that portion that I move on to, because it, like I said, it gets me a little choked up. So next, quick announcement. Our schedule. We will be on a small hiatus, not huge, but we will be returning May 18th for in-person game. During that game, we will have a special guest joining us for the 18th and 20th. Full-size Aviral, or A-V-R-I-O. I can never pronounce her name. Will be joining us.
Avril.
Full-size Arivo will be joining us as a special guest for 2 nights on the 18th and 25th. She will be playing in a we'll find that out when we get to that game. But she's been gracious. She's part of the.
I hope she's playing Aviro's sister. I really.
Oh my god.
You never know. You never know. But we're looking forward to that, which means we're going to be on a little hiatus. But on May 11th, we're going to have a little Brynn backstory episode film. So Carrie and I did a little, just a small backstory of a little insight on Brynn. We taped it, and we're going to play that on May 11th. So tune in for a little bit of actually a ton of spoilers, especially for Legends of Saltmarsh, which is on MTD or Mini Terrain Domain. There's a huge spoiler in that one. So wetting those whistles for those people that are looking to it. So thank you so much, everyone. And let's play a little Dungeons and Dragons in Saltmarsh.
Yes,
Last
Wednesday.
week, it's Wednesday, and we last left the last episode. We had our friends, our players, have a very interesting evening. Rocky was out. There was some conversations with Rocky that only drew more questions, and probably one of the best character reactions in this game, which has been clipped and dubbed to a shortened and extended version on YouTube. Please check those out because that's
There are
IJ does
definitely
this.
3 phases of the shock. They are all very clear. Like there's one where I'm like, I think I heard that thing. I did hear that thing. And oh God, that thing is bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
And we're gonna talk about that probably tonight. There might be some
Oh,
more
good.
stuff that potentially could happen because of that.
Great.
And then there was some shopping, and now we are picking up in the evening, dinner time at the Wicked Goat. As you are been shopping, you went to the library. There were some connections. You're doing some investigation work to figure out any information on this noble that tomorrow you want to have a conversation with. Which, retrospect, did any of you send a message via the Adventures Guild to the noble to meet with him by chance? Would you have?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
We have to discuss this first.
Because there might not be, you realize he might not be available right away. So it might be when you send that, it might be another day before that happens. Just an
Right.
FYI. So, but we're going to pick up at the Wicked Goat as you're sitting there and enjoying a little bit of a meal. The floor is yours.
Oh, so question before we do that.
Mhm.
When we left at the end last time,
Mhm.
kind of towards the end of the day,
Yes.
are we now back at the very, very end of that same day?
Yes, you're back at the end of that very same day. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So it's dinner time. Rocky still will need to be let out that evening, and then whatever happens, and then that you were supposed to get a letter that day or the next morning for the library.
Right.
So
I have a quick question,
yes, please.
Mr. Gellerman. My question is this. Can I send a message unbeknownst to Glastoc and Arivo,
Yes,
please?
you easily.
I will leave it for you in the side chat.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Separate and private secret message.
Ooh, this is the first time. Ooh, GM. As you're sitting there, relaxing in dinner, the foods are coming. Anything you get done, I leave it to the scene to you.
Well, I assume we probably are sharing the information that we gathered during our information gatherings. So, Brynn, did you enjoy not getting any information whatsoever from your not having any parchment or paper or books whatsoever? Hmm?
Brynn would give Arivo a dirty look, and she would take a pouch of gold out, and she would just go thunk and put it on the bar. And I would say, drinks for me and the dwarf, please, and not for him.
Ooh.
And then
Fine.
Glastoc looks at Arivo, gives him a little wink, and puts the little beholder eye item that I picked up at the curio shop in front of Brynn. And I say, I do believe that will fit in that missing gem socket of your sword.
And I would take out my sword and immediately like put it on the bar, just sort of clumsily, and I would want to like see if it fits.
It fits nicely. Unfortunately, there needs to be a little bit of a craftsman work on it or a mending spell.
Okay, what's it supposed to do?
It's dormant.
Glastoc, what does it do?
Well,
Does it just look pretty?
no, I believe it will give your weapon some sort of enchantment. What it would be, I'm not 100% sure. But
Oh, if only
perhaps-
somebody knew identify.
perhaps the gentleman sitting across the table from you, who you so just now snubbed as far as getting him a drink,
Who's being an
could help you
asshole to
with
me
this.
first?
Listen. I don't, and I kind of whisper under my breath to her. Listen, I know he's an asshole at times, but we do need him. So,
Hey, and I assume I know the bartender's name by this point. What's the bartender's name?
I've already mentioned his bartender's name, but the bartender and owner that you're referring to currently is busy, but there's another individual helping out behind. And that name is going to be, as I being a good GM, dun, da, 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 Fennec.
Finnick. I would know Finnick because I drink a lot down here, and I'd be like, Finnick, one more for the half elf.
Ah,
Wood
okay.
elf. Sorry.
And he's like,
High
yeah.
elf. Strike 3.
She just hates him so much right now.
Yeah, she doesn't even bother. And then she would like say, would you please help me identify this?
Well, let's just take a look-see then.
Thank you.
Give
For
me
the
an
next 10
Arcana check, please.
Well, for the next 10 minutes, I can cast Identify as a ritual.
Yes, but give me an Arcana check first, please.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, starting off strong. First
This is
one
last
of the
week,
night.
too. I started with a natural
First
one.
one of the
last
night
week.
was a nat 1, and it was you, and it was the first roll of the night.
Yes. Let me mark that down. For those that don't know, the natural ones, is actually the name of the party. But we are tallying every
Natural one.
roll,
For one.
every 1 and 20 rolled in the series. And there's double digits of both by one player. Multiple players have double digits of them. So yeah, please continue.
I take the next 10 minutes to cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay. So you were looking at
he
this.
doesn't say anything. He's
Yeah.
just casting the spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll tell you this, Avera, as you're looking at it, you're like, it wasn't sitting in there, and you're kind of looking at it going, it's just not sitting in there. So you cast that Identify, and you're like, it's normal, but you're pretty sure that it could be enchanted if it was combined. Because right now it's like two separate pieces, but if it was combined either through a mend or like a craftsman, like working a craftsman and making it whole, you might actually get something from that. There's little faint energies, and you're kind of like, why isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. And you realize, okay, yeah, something needs to be made whole.
So at the end of my 10 minutes,
Yes.
once I've cast the spell, that's what I know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have mending as cantrip. So think.
So now when you mend it, it just kind of sits in, and when you look at it, suddenly the entire sword like shimmers for a second.
Can I cast Identify again?
with a little watery, like almost lines that kind of like go down to the top of the blade and then
Is it
disappear.
those magical way lines, that bullshit that he went into about the gloves the one time?
Yes.
Close to it,
Yes.
yes.
Amazing.
And then the next 10 minutes, you like, if you attune to the sword, it probably has become, it will become magical as a +1 rapier.
Woohoo!
Oh man.
All right. So I think you're going to have to attune yourself to this piece.
What does that mean?
Tune. How do I find it? Tune. You need to commune with it, spend time with it, call it lovely names. Everyone's different, really, for how they do it. But you need to bond, I guess, is a great word. Bond with
Like
your...
meditate with it? Is that?
Sure. It's really up to you how you do it. I once knew a barbarian who actually took his and slept with it.
Oh.
Yeah. but they're bopped in now. So if you want to do it a different way, you're perfectly all right.
I would kind of like take the sword back away and I'll be like, all right.
However you like, though, you don't have to. But
Yeah,
I believe once you do that, it should actually increase the effectiveness of the blade itself. I'm not sure why it needed to be a beholder eye. That I'm trying to figure out. That just it baffles me. I'm not entirely sure why it's a beholder eye to do that. But it is so.
Because it looks
magic.
cool, probably. Look how cool it looks.
Vero,
Yes, clearly that's it. It's because it looks cool.
after you say those words, you realize something that you need to double check in a book. Because there's something about it you just went, oh, wait a second.
Is it a book that I read previously?
Yes. And so you start going through your knowledge of that process for a second. You're like, oh, wait a minute. Okay.
So I cast Minor Conjuration and I bring the book.
Yep. And you start looking at it and then you find it. The reason why it has a beholder eye, this blade was crafted by the creature name or identification, the Aberrus, or the it's not a fae, it's not a dragon, it's the what a beholder technically is. Aberration. So it was crafted long ago by an aberration creature. It was meant to have these parts together. And you're pretty sure it was a magical weapon at one time. And I was removed, or something like that was removed. And that's when it became mundane. And the fact that you've put it back together with something very similar now has some magic. It definitely some magical properties to it.
I pass that information.
Wow. That was a lot. I imagine there's like a fade and then a fade back in, and Naviro's been talking for like a half an hour, and I wait for like one break in the conversation. I'll be like, "That's terrific, thank you, Aviro."
Well, you're quite welcome.
So much information.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, while Aviro was going through his identify spell, the 10 minutes, I lean over to Brynn and I say, so I've got good news and bad news about Rocky's request.
Bad news first.
We need a lot more money.
Oh. Well, what's the good news?
And I push the 2 invisibility potions over to her.
Oh. Well, he did say or potions.
Well, the potions are temporary, obviously, because they'll only work one time each, but the ring is being made as we speak.
Wow. How much was that?
Well, like I said, we need a lot more money.
You said it's being made. They didn't make you pay for it.
Oh, no, I put a down payment down.
I want to do an insight check on Glastoc.
Please do.
Here I go. 23.
Ha, I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, well, I want to know, like, I kind of want to know, like, is there something suspicious about this? I know you're telling the truth. I wouldn't think Glastoc was lying, but, like, do I get the sense that there was, like, dubious shit afoot? Of any kind? Not really dubious,
No,
but just like,
it's more the fact that it's not something that's easily accessible. So, it's not like they have them laying around.
Right.
Not terribly
All right. Well, good. We'll have to see if Rocky has any more gems.
Well,
I'm just lying around.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's got the cash. That's just explaining to him how much we need is going to be the issue.
I'll talk to him.
Okay.
So around this time, as you're talking during this time, Fennec is working the bar, and he's a helper, but then the owner comes in, and you realize the owner's been away doing something, and that's why Fennec was there. And as the owner comes back, he's like, "Damn it!" And Fennec's like, "Did you find him?" He's like, "No, Fang is now missing. First BBG, now Fang. I wonder why my dogs keep running away.
Oh God.
You'll shoot. And then Brendan's
Glastoc
like,
just looks down into his drink and acts like he's not paying attention to what's being said.
Brendan's like, they love you. They'll be back for sure.
I feel more guilty about this than the dwarf. What did your dog look like?
Oh, it was a little shaggy here, but Fang was got a nice little collie there and little gray and what? Have you seen her? Seen him?
I don't think so. Does this sound like the dead dog I found on the roof?
Exactly
Oh
like
God! No! Stop! Nope, haven't seen it. I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ah, and Brendan's like, you didn't love the dogs. You just like, well, that's true. They were just companions. But anyways, I enjoyed the company once in a while.
Yeah, maybe if you didn't want it to run away, you should keep better track of it. You know, you put a
True.
lead on
But
it.
anyways. And he starts back to it, getting to his stuff like that.
And I kind of like slow head turn over to Glastoc.
He's still looking down at his drink and he's acting like he doesn't know what's going on.
We have to talk to Rocky about not eating anything domesticated.
Oh yeah, good luck with that. I don't think he knows the difference between domesticated and not domesticated.
I can explain it to him. He's a smart
Maybe
cookie.
his new friend Squirtle can explain it to him.
Aviro, you just heard the name Squirtle.
Did I? Am I concentrating on casting the spell?
This
Side
is
note,
after.
real quick. I have a point of clarification. Is it Squirtle or are we mispronouncing it?
No, it's Squirtle. He calls him Squirtle.
Phenomenal.
Like the Pokemon.
Like the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't going to go there, but all right,
but yeah,
solid. All
it's
right,
good Squirtle.
to
Aviro,
know.
this is done. You're done. This has been afterwards and stuff like that. So you just heard Glastoc and Brynn start talking about Rocky's friend Squirtle.
Rocky is a friend. That's not us. Named Squirtle.
Glastoc is kind of like his finger in front of his mouth.
You could say that. We were talking to him, and it certainly seems like he is learning Dwarvish and what other language was it?
Gnomish.
Gnomish.
I'd be willing to
from
bet
a
he
new
learned halfling
friend.
too.
And oh God, and halfling too. From something that does not seem to be like any of the three of us. So pretty concerning. It was very creepy. He couldn't put a finger on too much more information other than that this tutor is teaching him these languages without being able
where
to
did this
speak.
tutor come from?
We don't know.
We aren't sure if he lives in his little interdimensional area or he can travel in and out of it when he wants to.
All right, good for him. I mean, having a personal tutor, I think, is a wonderful idea.
No, not good for him
No.
because apparently he kills whatever he gets the information from that he wants.
Sucks their brains out of their head through a little hole. And
Oh,
that's
dear.
how he learns their language.
How do you know all this?
Because we found one of the bodies.
With a hole in its head and no brains inside.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Yeah. Cleanse your palate there.
I order Aviro another drink.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're
Thanks
doing
very
God's work. So anyway, we have a bit of a dilemma because apparently not only is Rocky eating dogs, but he's in cahoots with this thing.
Can I make some kind of knowledge check to see if I know something that
Yes.
behaves in this manner?
Give me an Arcana check. I think it's an Arcana check because I don't think it's a nature check.
No, this isn't nature.
Okay,
There's
yeah,
nothing. There's
go
nothing
nature.
natural about this.
Yeah, go nature. Go nature. Yeah.
All right. Well, my Arcana check was a 17. My Nature check is a 26.
Oh wow. So it sounds like what they're describing, there's only a handful of creatures that suck the brains out of living things. And you haven't really heard of those creatures gaining knowledge, except you read some strange, obscure passage or journal about certain mind flayers that have a unique ability to remember knowledge and memories of the brains that they eat. But these are full-fledged, full human mind flayers or illithids. They're one of the particular ones. There's a few other smaller creatures, but those don't get the memory. They're just like the brains to eat, like certain demons or something like that. But yeah, you're kind of like that. It sounds like it might be a mind flayer, but you're not sure.
It sounds like it could be a mind flare. They don't normally behave that.
Yeah, and being captured. No, they're the ones that capture and thrall.
Intriguing.
Right now, it doesn't seem like it's after us, and it doesn't seem like it's doing Rocky any harm. So I say we wait, we talk to Rocky, get what information we can, and cross the bridge when we come to it, eh?
He's your dragon.
He's our dragon.
Oh, yes, that's good.
Though I will admit, I have been doing my fair share of the poop picking up lately. Both of you.
Except for today, last night.
What poo?
Not that I would know.
There's been poo.
Defecate.
I've seen no poo.
No, because I've cleaned it up.
Oh. Well, bravo.
He eats a side of cattle every day. It has to come out sometime.
I never see it. He's never in my room.
Brynn orders herself another drink.
Mm-hmm. Over the course of the evening, joy and happy and camaraderie happens, but it's getting around that time of the night where Rocky probably needs to be or wants to be let out. Are you all converging to Glastoc's room? Because that's where currently the Rocky's box is.
Yeah, his box is in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can go do it. That's fine.
Are you going together, or are you going or bringing up?
Well, they have more information to share about the noble than I do. I was more taking care of other issues.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't have hardly any information because I went to the Dancing Dryad. So I did not go to the library.
well, no, but you did get some information though about the loans and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And during this time, you have been able to share that information.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's
then.
it's been hours. So information shared, things of that. You're all.
Brynn would reach over and like grab some like stuff out of a plant and do like pat him down and be like, "All right, Short Straw takes care of the puppy tonight," and I want to hold him out to the fellas.
But those aren't straws.
Close
All right.
enough, Aviro.
All right.
Did
I'll
you
roll
ever
a
draw
D20.
straws when you were a
D20s.
kid? Didn't you ever play ball?
I rolled a 12.
All right.
D20s, eh?
I got an 18.
I got 19.
Great. Okay.
Short straw for the short man. Good luck.
Here, why don't you
thought it
hand me
was
those
funny.
potions back so I can give them to him so he can use one tonight.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right. So Glastoc will go to his room.
And
Go ahead.
when you go into the room, you see the pile of poo in the corner.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, didn't I already prestidigitate that away?
There's another
Okay.
piece pile of
The
poo.
new.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take care of that too.
Same corner. Is it same corner?
Yeah.
Goes in.
Oh, damn it.
So you're
Well,
gonna
at least I'm finally getting some use out of this cantrip. Uh, so I'll pick the box up and I'll go climb up onto the roof.
give me an athletics check to see how well you get climbing on that. It's dark enough that how much
18.
18? Yeah, no problem. You find the footholds and you've talked and so you get on top of the roof and it's a nice. It looks like it's gonna rain soon, but not.
Is the dead dwarf's body still up there?
Yes, it is.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
It hasn't started smelling too bad yet.
Oh God.
We got to do something with that. All right. So I'll put the box down, say security blanket.
Kind of. And over time, about a minute or later, you hear this click, and kind of a claw kind of comes out and opens up, and Rocky kind of sticks his head out, and he's like, and he's looking around. Glastoc. He calls you Glastoc.
Of course he
Oh
does.
my God, that's so cute. He's so close.
Yeah, he can't say it yet, so he's like Glastoc.
Oh.
Yep.
Glastoc.
Hey, Rocky. How you doing, buddy?
Where Brynn? Where
Brynn?
Arivo?
Brynn and Aviro are eating dinner right now. So I came up here to hang out with you for a little bit.
Tell me when they're back. And he shuts the door and goes back in.
And great. So I open up the door and
Awesome.
I say in, hey, Rocky, I've got something for you.
What's that?
Well, remember what you asked Brynn for?
Ring.
Right. But what else can we get you besides a ring?
Potions.
Yep. And I show one to him.
You got potions. Okay, I like you again. Thank you. I always like you, but thank you. You're very nice. I want to say thank you to Brynn and Aviro too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll make sure that they're up here when you come back. Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh my God.
before I give you the potion, I got a question to ask you.
Yes.
Okay. So to get a ring for you, we need a little bit more money because we have to get it made.
How much?
Well, do you remember how much you gave Brynn?
I gave bag.
Right. I need another bag just like that.
I think I have another bag like that.
Okay.
I'll see. I think I have another bag like that.
Okay.
And he's kind of thinking for a second, and he's like, you get the impression he's pondering economics of treasure hoard and how much he has versus how much he has to give up.
And he's smart enough now that he can kind of have a better. Oh.
And he's trying to figure out, okay, can he afford it? Can he not? How much is his allowance? Things of that nature, with some of the other stuff. So he's kind of like, okay, I'll let you know later.
Okay.
When?
Okay. Well, we have some time because, like I said, it's getting made, and
Okay. When Brynn and Aviro coming?
As soon as, like I said, as soon as they're done with their dinner.
Okay. I wait. Tell me when.
Okay. Hey, can I ask you another question?
Okay.
And I kind of look over at the dead dwarf. Hey, when you go out hunting tonight, can you take this body and hide it somewhere?
It would be difficult, but you gave me potion, so I think it would be easier.
Okay.
You don't want it there?
No, because we're staying here, we don't want somebody to find it and then make them think that something's going bad here.
I'll take it off roof.
Okay, perfect. And I hand him one of the potions.
Thank you. And he says in Dwarven, thank you.
Oh.
Oh,
You love him and you know it. Give in.
No, I don't love him because you know how he's learning this stuff.
That dwarf was probably a bad person anyway.
We don't know that.
I will choose to assume that, and that's none of your business.
All right. All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna go back downstairs and see where Vero and Brynn are. Okay.
Okay.
So he goes back in.
Yep. He goes. Yep.
Okay. Well, I make sure the box is in the spot where it can't be seen from the street and stuff.
Yep. Oh
and then I
yeah.
go climb.
You were able to find, unless someone's like actively searching in this, they wouldn't see it. So.
All right. So I'll climb back down.
Yep.
Go back downstairs, sit down at the table and say, well, the puppy dog wants his mommy and his other best friend. And apparently I'm not part of the group. And
What?
His other best friend, Squirtle?
no, you
No.
ding dong.
Oh, me. Oh, that's very nice. All right.
Throwing on your Glastoc, I can tell.
Oh, well, when he opened the door, he only asked for the two of you and then shut the door in my face.
He is a toddler.
And you're the big grumpy dad. And I kind of, at this point, I finish my drink and I like eat the last few bites of my food, and I'll be like, well, I'm gonna go up and see him.
Yeah,
Vera,
well,
you want to
do that.
come?
And I finish a Vero's drink.
I bring my tea.
Oh,
Good night, Dad. And I kind of like, I'm on the way up the
yeah,
stairs.
well, no, I'm going to go back up there because he wants all three of us up there now. But
Oh, okay.
I did convince him to get rid of the dwarf's body.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Was it starting to smell?
Well, a little bit.
Ooh.
So, and he only knows of one of the invisibility potions. He doesn't.
Wait a minute. What dwarf's body?
What we were talking about earlier.
It's on the roof.
Yes.
Well, not anymore. Not after tonight, it sounds like.
Yeah. So.
He brought it to you like a gift. You know how cats do that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and as we're walking upstairs, I also say to Brynn, and I told him that we need more for his ring, and he's thinking about it. So if you want to sweet talk him a little bit and say things would be much better if he had a ring, then maybe we can get payment faster.
Yeah, I can do that. Sure. And then, are we at his room by now?
Yeah, you go up on top of the roof. I'm not going to make you roll. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
I need everyone to roll me athletics just because I want to see if someone falls.
16.
22.
Well, I cast levitate on myself.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to make you roll anymore. So yeah, after those rolls,
levitate on myself.
Yeah,
I have strength. I have strength of 9. I'm not. I have a negative modifier. I'm not even going to try.
No athletics.
You get up there, and the box is sitting there. You're all good, and so yeah, the box is there.
I want to go up. I want to knock on his little door and be like, Rocky.
And then suddenly, click, and the door kind of opens up. And you see a
Hello.
smile.
I like scritch him under his chin.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. And he's pondering for a second. And he does something that he's never done before.
He rolls over. I'm gonna.
Nope.
Just kidding.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
I want to give him tummy pictures.
Nope. But I need to make a roll. And it might.
You're right, Jay. Never made a roll before.
No. This is one of those rolls where. Okay, not terrible. This is okay. So that I needed to make sure that it wasn't. So Rocky sits it. He brings up his claws and hands and grabs the side of Brynn's face, being very careful not to claw her.
Boy, this is still like lion's jaws.
And as his claws and hands is on the side of your face, similar to what you do with him, he's repeating. He goes, "Thank you for potions. I love you too."
Oh, oh.
For those
You-
that I rolled the natural 20 for the day for him to say those words.
Oh my God. Oh, it's happening. It's happening.
But
And
did he
I-
say it in Elvish?
Not
He
in
doesn't
Elvish because he hasn't learned it in Elvish.
Yet.
Yet.
I imagine Brynn for like just a half a second. She is the way she is with
Mhm.
Rocky, but like when he touches her like that, for a half a second, she realizes like it's just very stark that he could frickin' kill her like easily and any
yeah.
of us
Mhm.
easily. And that hits for again just like a fraction of a second. And then he says, I love you
love
too.
you
and,
too.
and totally like disarms and be like, oh. And I kind of like look back at the others and I'm like, you're very welcome, Rocky.
Yeah. Well, you would have noticed that Glastoc was loosening the grip on his axe because when the hands were coming up, he was getting into a defensive stance. So,
Well, Rocky, I wanted to talk to you. I think Glastoc mentioned that we're working on getting you a ring. It's
Yes.
better than those potions.
Yes.
It's permanent and
Thank
do you have enough money?
Avero. Thank you to Glastoc. Thank you too. And he kind of, his attention was like listening, but he had wanted something to say, so he kind of interrupted and went that. Thank you too. I like you very much.
Oh, you're very polite.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's just
So do you
looking
think
at you
you
again.
haven't? Yeah. Do you think you might have? Do you think you have enough money? Doesn't have to be right now, but do you think you have enough money to afford it?
I think so, yes.
I think it would be good for you to keep you safe. I want to keep you safe.
Yes, yes. Avero, something you're noticing. Rocky looks bigger.
oh God.
Give me an Arcana or Nature roll. Actually, for
Like a
dragons, it's
horse.
Arcana, isn't it?
Your call. You're the master.
Yeah,
Or is it just
I
nature?
would say
It depends
I-
on what he's doing, I think.
yeah.
He's doing.
Give me a Nature roll then, because it's give me a Nature roll.
Same modifier for me. 14.
Okay, you notice that Rocky. You realize Rocky's only been with you about 11 days. According to your dragon knowledge, he's grown a year.
Oh. 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 Hmm.
So that's just a little
That's
bit of knowledge that you're realizing that Rocky's grown about a year in the 11 days.
So
based
about
on-
how big is he now?
He's still
Based on,
medium sized. So it's going to be like 50 years. He's going to be medium sized.
But based
He's-
on standard wyrmling dragon
he's obviously
development
growing at a
Titans rate.
accelerated rate.
Yes, he's definitely growing at an accelerated rate.
Oh my God.
Rocky,
Playing so much.
Rocky, you're awfully large all of a sudden.
I grow.
Shouldn't- Yes, indeed, you do. And fair to you, old man. However, seems to me that black dragon wyrmlings shouldn't be as large as you are yet.
My home is special.
The home is special. In what way?
Magic.
Do tell. And he pulls out a pen and a quill and he wants to take all these notes. Now, when
And
you
then he
say
turns to
special-
Brynn. Brynn,
Yes.
I thought about it. I think
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
Do you
Avero,
want to meet
hold on. He'll
Squirtle?
talk to you. Meet him. Yes.
Meet you. I want you to meet Squirtle, but you must make promise.
Yes.
No kill Squirtle.
Why would we kill Squirtle?
Promise. No kill Squirtle.
Yes, but why would we in the first place? That seems an odd thing to promise.
Yes.
No hurt Squirtle. No kill Squirtle.
What is Squirtle? Who
I
is he?
will let you meet Squirtle.
Well, and I kind of like look around at the others. I'm like,
So, so
Is Squirtle
I
going-
will, I will propose that since we've asked him not to kill individuals, seems only fair that we not kill the individual he asks us not to kill.
is Squirtle going to hurt us? Is he going to
No,
like us?
Squirtle won't hurt you. I told him I will tell him not to, and he will not hurt you, or I will
Now,
kill him.
Rocky. Oh,
Oh, well, that makes me feel so much better.
I
Okay.
actually feel terrific about that. Yes. When can we meet your friend?
One moment. Come, and he kind of motions you to step inside the foyer. He can't come out. So, and he kind of goes into the door open, and he kind of goes into one of the side right caverns, and he kind of motions, stay inside door.
Okay. Okay.
And you hear him, Squirta, come Squirta. And he's in a side cave, and you hear, and then he kind of comes out, and the three of you, after you step in and sitting by the door, again, the wafting smell of that water kind of hits you a little bit, but you've gotten used to it just a little bit, so it's not, curdling your stomach too much. But again, it's this long, like 20-foot downward angle that gets to a large, like 20-foot diameter pool. There's stalagmites, and then further back, and there's a larger cave, and it looks like a cave, and there's little caves entrances to the right and to the left and the back that seem to go into some other smaller locations. But to the one to the right, further back, past the, not close to the door, but past the pool in the corner, he kind of goes back there and he starts coming out. And what you see is Rocky comes out, and what you see is the shackles seem to be grinding on the ground empty. And the long chain that goes back into the cavern, and it just kind of comes out, it's kind of scraping on the ground a little bit. And clearly something's in these shackles, but you can't see it. And it just slowly makes its way towards you.
Is that why he wanted the invisibility potion? Oh my.
No.
And as about 15 feet away from you, Rocky says, okay. He looks over and says, Squirtle, this is Brynn, Glastoc, and Arivo. They're friends. Attack them. And suddenly, he goes, Squirtle, Brynn, this is Squirtle. Show yourself, Squirtle. Show yourself. And in roll 20, you're going to see exactly what appears.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a baby mind flayer.
Oh my god.
It is a gnome squidling. It is a gnome mind flayer.
A thing?
Yes,
he's
it is.
adorable.
Apparently it is.
He is precious.
And he turns visible. He turns invisible. So he was invisible. Now he's just kind of sitting there, and he's kind of looking up with the big eyes, and he's white. So the shimmering light swirls, and a gnome-sized albino-like skinned with purple hues, with a large head, two long tentacles that are in the binds, protrude from his mouth and end in the shackles, and that's what he's walking on. The creature's body is levitating off the ground. Only the long tentacles and the shackles are touching the ground. This is Squirtle, the gnome squidling mind flayer. And he's an albino, a unique species.
Arivo is instantly making notes and drawings and sketches and writing all kinds of things. Can I make an Arcana check to see what the hell this thing is?
Yes, you can.
Oh my god. Brynn looks over at Glastoc. How is Glastoc reacting to this?
Glastoc's very wary at this moment, but at the same time, it's in chains. So
I would step forward.
we're at the top of the stairs, right?
Yeah,
This
you're
is
at the
down
top of the
bottom.
slip, right by the door, and Rocky and Squirtle are like 15 plus feet away.
Okay,
By
but they're
the pool.
down at the bottom of the
Yeah, they're
stairs.
they're right at the edge of the pool as they're looking up.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
by the way.
20. Yeah, this you know exactly. You've heard the unusual abnormalities of albino mutations of the Ith and the mind flayers, and this particular it's a very very rare occasion that this particular gnome squidling that was turned into a mind flayer retains the memories and languages of brains it eats and can telepathically communicate. And that's, you're pretty sure he's telepathically communicating with Rocky and teaching him, since these cannot talk, but they're relatively intelligent.
Wow.
They have minor psychic abilities.
I relay all of the information.
Squirtle's.
I would.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say I step forward a little bit, and maybe down like 2 of the steps.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, "Hello, Squirtle. I'm Brynn."
And he kind of steps back a little bit, and Rocky's like, "It's okay. He can't leave. He doesn't want to. He's scared of people. Chains keep him here, so he doesn't leave. Chains keep him inside all time. Chains no long, so he can't leave box. No worries for you. I give you
Okay.
so.
How did he get a hold of that dwarf if he can't leave the box?
Delivery.
Delivery from whom?
And I need to pull up the wonderful name that is.
Oh, there's a name.
There's a name. Tepis deliver. Tepis, the black dragonborn paladin that gave you the box.
Oh, he
So
did.
Glastoc kind of leans forward towards Brynn, so she stepped down a couple of steps and says, "I told you somebody was coming in and out of this in another way."
Shut up, Glastoc. And does Tepis have his own door to this place, Rocky?
So,
Does he have his own entrance? Like, and I point back at where we came in. I'm like,
Avira translates into Draconic, what she's trying to say.
there's gate. There's other gate.
There's another gate. Okay. Hey,
Closed.
is Tepis nice to you when he comes?
Yeah.
Good. And I kind of like
good,
look back.
Good
yeah.
follower.
Follower.
Follower?
Follow-
No. Follower, not the right word. Follow. Helper. Good helper.
Say it in Draconic, bro.
And he basically says that he is an assistant or
An acolyte?
it's similar to an acolyte assistant. It's clearly he's working for someone else, and his job is to provide what Rocky needs.
Gee, I wonder if that someone else was the mysterious hooded cloaked figure that Brynn saw Rocky talking to.
Aviro, because of your beautiful role previously in the library and all the dragon kind, you're pretty sure it's either a dragon cult, a dragon daddy, or someone else that's basically his father that's providing this for him.
A dragon daddy, anything like a sugar daddy or a
Pretty
lemon
much,
daddy.
yeah. In this
I
case,
want
it
a
is.
T-shirt that says Dragon Daddy on it, please. That's when Emporium starts selling merch. Dragon Daddy is the first one. # Dragon Daddy.
Hashtag Dragon Daddy.
I'll be your dragon daddy.
I kind of yeah. Somebody clip that. Use that audio.
Oh,
Okay.
I wanna just kind of like look at Glastoc and Aviro and kind of like shrug. I mean, this doesn't seem like a bad arrangement. The Rocky's healthy, he's loved.
Yeah, but
I've got no problems with it whatsoever.
I'm gonna. Blastoc's gonna take his axe and kind of lean it against the stairs so he's not holding it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna slowly start walking down the stairs past Brynn. As he walks past Brynn, he's gonna say, "Stay here and just be careful," and just slowly start walking down the stairs. But I'm gonna watch to see how Squirtle reacts to me getting closer to him.
Squirtle cowers a little bit and
Mhm.
kind of gets behind Rocky a little bit and starts getting
Okay.
cowering towards the water a little bit. And Rocky's kind of walking to you and looks at Squirtle. Squirtle, it's okay. He won't hurt you. Glastoc, you not hurt him, right?
No,
Okay.
no,
He not hurt you.
and so when I get about 2/3 of the way down the stairs, I'm going to sit.
Mhm.
So where I'm at the point where I'm like 5 feet away from the bottom of the steps,
Mhm.
and I'm going to look right at Squirtle and say, "Squirtle, that is your name, yes?"
And he looks over at Rocky, and Rocky kind of looks down at him for a second. And in your mind, you hear this. Yes.
Do you like being here?
And he kind of looks up at Rocky, and Rocky doesn't know. Oh yeah, you said it out loud. He kind of looks over at Glastoc, and he looks back at Rocky looks back at him, and he kind of looks. Then Squirtle kind of peers off back to you, goes, safer.
Okay. And now instead of saying the words, I'm just going to think them. So hopefully Squirtle can hear what I'm saying,
Mm.
Yes.
or read what
it
I'm saying.
appears he can.
Okay. And it's like, so you feel safer, but do you like being here?
He doesn't answer.
Okay.
And you're pretty sure you get a sense of fear to answer.
Okay. That's what I was afraid of. Squirtle. And again, I'm just thinking these things, Jay, because I don't want Rocky to hear it.
Okay.
It's like, who brought you here?
And Rocky's like, you talk to him. It's okay. And he kind of the big eyes kind of peer off a little bit, and his hands kind of come up a little bit, and he's still very worried, like scared. He's like, large, dragonborn, black scale.
Okay. Did he rescue you?
Yes. No. In a way.
Did he take you from your home?
No home.
He found you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could say that.
Is there anything that you want to feel safer?
And he gets kind of back, and he's looking up at Rocky for a second, and he's like, fine. Job. I tutor. I teach. That's my job. My safety.
Okay.
My job.
So as long as you teach Rocky, you can stay safe.
Yes.
I'm watching Glastoc and this thing just look at each other, and I'm kind of getting more and more confused by the second.
Yeah, because there's no words being talked.
Yeah, there's no
staring
words
at each other. Yeah.
But you would notice that
Avira leans over to Brynn. Why is he just sitting there?
I don't know.
But you would probably notice Glastoc seems more at ease, like he's not as tense. So he's obviously not hearing anything that scares him.
Okay, good. He seems relaxed. Something's happening.
Avira wants to talk to Rocky. Well,
Yes, Avira.
Vera, Rocky,
Mm.
could you please tell me about your fabulous home and why it's so special and how it works and all the details? I'm very curious. I'm very actually interested in that ward and that ward and that ward and that ward and the ward on the pool.
Brynn pulls
And
out a
also,
flask and just kind of chuckles to herself and starts drinking.
And in
She just sits
Draconic,
down and makes herself comfortable.
Yep.
yeah. So in Draconic, he goes, long time. I don't know how it works, but it's home. It was given to me. It was, and he explains that what he knows is you are in a different plane, a different dimension, and that the doors open up to it, and the doors access to it. Hence, the door from the box itself is like a door that accesses a dimensional gate. And then you get this sense there's another dimensional gate that is locked, that he has control over. That's probably where he's getting any other stuff that's coming that needs to happen. And you're pretty sure it doesn't happen regularly. So that's on like a very rare occasion that he accesses that other gate or entrance, or even sees Tempest. You're the main stuff. It's kind of like you get the sense that too is that Tempest checks in once a month or checks in once in a while just to make sure everything is good, making sure that Rocky is good with you too.
Rocky, that's fascinating. I'm very interested in all that.
It was all here. It was just here. They gave it. I came and said my new home.
Yes, very, very nice. I love what you've done with the place. The decor is spot on. I have a question about Tempest, actually.
This?
Yes, Tempest, the paladin, dragonborn paladin, lovely chap. Bit intense, but still very, very sharp dresser.
Leader, yeah. Leader? No, he's acolyte or in charge. Yeah.
Well, he gave you to us and said that you chose us.
He not give you.
Well, not as in you're our property. Obviously, that's not what we meant. But he delivered you to our care and said you chose us as your caretakers. And I was very curious as to why that was.
You delivered me to when I was an egg, and I heard you and smelled you, and I want to know you.
All right then.
And I'm glad I know you.
Oh, well.
You almost family.
Do you have family?
I'm told I have family.
You've not met your family?
No.
No. Well, let me tell you.
Only person I know that has met family is Tempest.
Tempest is
not family. He's
met your family.
He's met my family.
Yes. Well, allow me to say that family's not all it's always cracked up to be.
That's not bring mystery to this.
Wow.
So Jay, in my talking with Squirtle, basically, I just want to find out if there's anything that we can do to make him feel happier or safer here.
No, it's very evident after a few bit of the conversations. The reason why Squirtle's scared, but Squirtle is
get that.
Because of you not knowing you, and and that's where that is. But you're pretty sure Squirtle has a job,
right?
And you get the impression he was taken out of a very bad situation and provided safety, and as part of that, provided a job to teach Rocky.
Okay.
When that ends, what happens to him is up in the air.
Okay.
He could go free, and you're pretty sure that you get the impression that if he completes it, he can go free. but it's not guaranteed. But he's also scared because where he came from probably was not a good place, and he
Right.
may have been rescued from where he was coming from.
Okay. So last thing I'll say to Squirtle is, if you ever want or need something, tell Rocky and he will tell us.
He kind of looks at you for a second. He doesn't answer to that one, but he just kind of like, he's still very, very cautious. And
Right. I get that.
You're pretty sure you're probably the first humanoid, dwarf elf, half elf human type species, or that he hasn't seen dominated, eaten, and it's probably the first conversation he's had with someone outside. And it's, like I said, it's unique, and it's not something where it's easy for him to feel comfortable in. It's going to take a long time.
Okay. No, that's fine. So then Glastoc will stand up and turn to Rocky and say, Rocky, thank you for bringing Squirtle to us so that we could meet him.
You take good care of me. You provide good things for me. I want to make sure that you don't. The Squirtle knows who you are, so that he not afraid if he sees you.
Okay.
And if you see him, you not afraid. And kill him. And Squirtle, you don't hurt him either. Them.
Oh no, we won't hurt Squirtle.
Okay.
Now that we know who he is, that we've met him, we won't hurt him. Yeah, but one other thing, Rocky. Can you stop?
You can go back. Go back. You go back. And he just kind of like, and just starts dragging himself back into one of the back corridor or caves where his stays.
Can you stop pooping in my room?
Where do I poop?
Somewhere else.
Brynn hears this and kind of comes up just sort of like idly, like doing some sword stuff. And it's like, are you beautiful babies done talking?
Oh yeah. And then I walk back up the stairs and grab my axe and basically just at this point I'm ready to walk out. So
okay. I go hunt now. And he's got potion. He's like, okay.
As everyone is walking out, Avira was lost in making notes about the magical stuff he's seeing, and someone's going to have to actually grab him.
I was going to say, Brynn grabs Aviro by the back of the collar and like brings him along for sure.
We're leaving. All right. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
So, and he's like, I will leave soon. I take care of dwarf. I take care of other things, but I will see you later.
Okay.
Few
Have fun.
hours.
Be safe. Make sure you take your potion before you go.
Okay. And he puts his thumb up.
Little thumb.
And you're pretty
his
sure
little thumb
he
that's the size of
watched
a
it.
dagger.
Yeah, it's the size of a dagger, but you're pretty sure it's a learned, observed behavior.
Oh, what a sweetheart. What a beautiful angel baby. Oh, and yeah, Brynn would just say, well, good hunting, Rocky, and I would climb back down and yeah. I guess it's what time is it about right now?
It's closer to midnight.
Okay.
So
okay.
Do you all have a conversation before going to bed at night, or?
Yeah, I imagine we debrief on what we just saw and everything. Like, I didn't see any problem with this at all. Glastoc, you seem hesitant.
Oh, I was just thinking, we don't want to leave the box up here
Why not?
all night.
Why not?
Glassac's he's gonna sack out up here. I'm just gonna stay up here until he comes back.
Okay.
Suit yourself. I have a date with a mattress. I would climb back down.
Okay.
Yeah, Vero is also going in.
Okay.
So if you don't need me, I'll be off.
Alrighty then. The evening goes for Aviro and Glastoc uneventful. So Rocky, about 15 minutes later, will come out and he kind of sees Glastoc and he's like, and he drinks his potion, and the shimmeriness of invisibility kind of cloaks him for a second. And he starts dragging this dwarf, and he kind of gets into a point, and all you see is this body, and just kind of, and he's got it, and he tries to fly off. And Glastoc, as you're looking, it just looks like this limp body floating and gliding over.
Oh my God. Awesome.
And then about a block away, you hear a thud and screams. And suddenly, you're pretty sure Rocky dropped, and it dropped its stories and landed into an alley and made a thud, and was probably someone saw the body falling to the ground.
Exquisite.
Awesome.
Well, that didn't go as well as I had hoped.
He was invisible, so no one saw that it was him.
No.
Just questions, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it was a few blocks away.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was a few blocks away. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. All right.
We're gonna switch gears for a quick second. Brynn,
Yes.
you had a little message, and are you please share.
So as you would see Brynn and Aviro go their separate ways, and Brynn would go into her room, and then maybe not even 10 minutes later, she would come back out again and leave the wicked goat. And she would make her way to that same bridge that, if you listened to Brynn's original little mini one-shot thing, where she went during that like main bridge area, where she has asked, what is this guy's first name again? I forget. Just remember that he was characterized as like Lando Calrissian.
Very, very much like it was Leto, wasn't it?
Leto,
yeah,
yes.
It was Leto.
Yeah, where I have sent a message to Leto to meet me very late.
And as you get to the bridge, it's dark. There's still adventurers. There's your intoxicated individuals as you're kind of walking. One of the things too is, as you're walking, there's as you walk past, you see in one of the dark corners, kind of sitting next to one of the buildings, kind of in an alleyway, in a way, kind of covered up with a little bit of a cloak. You see that drunk elf, with that fine clothing that's been like, dirty for like 100 years. It almost looks like, or like 50 years. And it's that town drunk that you saw originally in one of the first times that went. He's just sitting there, just kind of sitting there. He's got a bottle and he's just slumped over, kind of sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And as you make your way further down, there's, like I said, there's people out. It's party time. There's people going in carriages. There's adventurers. There's some people just finishing getting off of work and kind of making their way going home. But as you make your way to the bridge, the one thing you start to pick up after midnight, no one stays around the bridge. They use the bridge, but no one stays at the bridge.
No one hangs out by the bridge? Okay.
No. And you realize, with some of the rumors that you heard, there's been some deaths around the bridge, and people going missing around the bridge.
Oh, okay.
And you finally, because you're kind of standing there and someone's like, oh, she's playing with danger. Oh, yes. Last time someone went missing. Oh, I know. Wow.
Yeah.
We'll check the paper. Someone else is going to go missing tomorrow.
Ah. Okay. I like to live dangerously.
And as you're kind of standing there waiting, and you kind of overhear this and kind of chuckling, you hear a voice from behind you a little bit saying, "I doubt that will ever happen."
Yeah. And I kind of like Brynn doesn't even jump. Like she sort of has regarded these rumors as like kind of akin to like a ghost story, like a boogeyman. Like there's
Mhm.
the city probably released them because somebody has been vandalizing the bridge, and so like they made this tale to keep the kids away or whatever. So when he comes up, she kind of just smiles and turns over her shoulder and be like, "I'm not afraid of any boogeyman."
Oh, I assure you, the boogeyman is real.
And I would kind of walk over near like a bench
Yes,
that
that's.
is nearby.
Shall we? And he just kind of puts his arm out for a second and just like walk the
I would take
streets.
his arm.
Yeah, and you just kind of walk this the street for maybe a block away from the bridge to a nice little bench area in front.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got your message. What can I do for you?
Yes, you seem to be a man of considerable knowledge,
Eh,
specifically about this area.
I have my ways and
Mm,
insights, so to speak. Tis you're
mm,
looking for something.
Indeed. Uh, Two things actually.
Oh,
The first is it Tobias Ambermead? Is that the noble's name? Is
yes.
that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tobias Ambermead. Um,
A
yes.
noble prick by some standards.
From everything my friends and I have discovered, I tend to agree.
Yeah.
Um, we are actually looking to take him down a peg.
Oh,
It has been kind of revealed, of course, this is all hush hush, that perhaps he's been sending people to kill the lizard folk
hmm.
erroneously because he has said that they're tearing down his vineyard when in fact it is possibly his mistress.
Oh, now that is just a scandalous scandal. We've had
Hmm.
rumors that a nobleman scandal had happened, but we weren't sure which noble. Do you have evidence to support your?
We do, but we're always
Oh,
looking for more. We were looking to, we heard that they maybe have a child out of wedlock.
even more scandalous. Oh,
We were wondering if,
I love this guy.
yeah, me too, same. We were wondering if you had heard such rumors, and if you have, who that child might be.
well, can't say that we've heard those rumors per se, in fact, but like I said, rumors, scandal, information here and there, bits and pieces, but we've suspected, but I'm not sure child is who or is standing too. It's the probably dead with the mistress because they never ended
Mm.
up in the city and they were attacked
Oh,
by giants.
ooh, gruesome. Well, if you don't know now, how much would it cost to have your people
Hmm,
do a little digging on the matter?
interesting. Now that we have a name, and it would cross reference some other interesting things I've heard. But I can, since you've shared, I feel obligated to share you a little tidbit of information.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it appears that his vineyards are going down. They're not producing the wine that they should
Mm.
be, and he's losing a lot of revenue. His store is they're not they're stocked. No one's buying much
Mm.
there because they don't have much.
Uh,
Whatever they do have in stock, that's there's been hush hush about when the next is coming, and he's he's made us some substantial loans recently. Request.
hmm. Who has he made those loans from?
Oh, there's a few money lenders in town that he's gone to that I may know of. But now this brings it such a full circle. So it's, and yeah, he's always hated the lizard folk. He's
Yes.
just
Racist prick.
that we can agree on. Yes. So what are you looking for to, you said bring him
Well-
down a peg.
Yes. We are in the service of somebody who would like to see him brought down a peg, and I have to be honest, I would like to see him brought down a peg, as would my associates. Consider it a public good.
That would be. It falls into a more political matter. And who he influences, who he can influence. And that influence it currently gaining or losing, I should say. He was the exclusive wine distributor of the nobles and councilmen and high-end facilities around here. So he's made a very good fortune and a name for himself as a, wheeling and dealing aspirations of political office, but it hasn't gone through fruition yet. But he's a little sticky. Taking down a peg, it just seems that that's starting to happen a little bit, and I'm not sure how you want to do that. Do you have any suggestions on what you're looking to, how to take him down a peg?
If the people around him knew any one of the things that we've discussed,
Oh,
his mistress, his unknown bastard.
his wife would be pissed.
I know exactly. His money dealings with these shady folk, whom you have not yet named.
Are you looking to blackmail him?
Blackmail is such an ugly word.
Okay, how shall we put this in a... And suddenly, give me a perception check.
Blackmail is such a word.
Oh God. Perception check is 8.
Yeah, you missed it. Again, you missed it.
Yeah,
but
no,
I
he's
will
a
give
freaking slick son of a bitch.
But your passive is a 13. You notice that he did something, and you're pretty sure he did another thieves' cant on that word. But you were looking at his eyes and not his hands.
Yeah.
And so you knew that he was doing something, but you just couldn't catch what he was saying at the time. And he's like, well, clearly that is more. Are you looking for a financial? What's the word that more properly? Close the matter.
Yes. If we could get some kind of notarized document showing these questionable financial dealings, I dare say that would be plenty.
So you want a contract for your silence on the subject?
Sure. That'd
Interesting
be helpful.
contract idea. It would be a non-disclosure type contract, and he would have to make it look like it's coming from him, or it would be suspicious of that ugly blackmail. I think I could get some documents of such in the next day or two.
And keep your ear to the ground about the mysterious bastard.
Oh, yes. But there's one question I have. My services. What, how shall I be properly, compensated for my services on this matter?
I suppose it's too much to hope that you're a man who likes to do good deeds.
I knew you were better than that. And by no means am I looking for anything on the ill repute niche. I was trying to be frank. No worries to make that mind of yours wander of what illicit things I would be requesting. No. I'm not that type of man right now.
He wants to be Brynn's dragon daddy.
He has a tattoo that says Dragon Daddy. Brynn would just kind of smile and say, well, what did you have in mind?
I'm not sure yet. We could one of two things. Gold is always an option, but I also like favors.
I can do favors.
Then and maybe a
And
job.
Brynn sort of gets a kind of a, this whole time she's been being kind of coy and jokey, but when she says she can do favors, she gets a sort of serious look on her face, and the only real way to describe it would be very like kind of cold and professional.
Yep. And he picks up on that and he smiles. Oh, you have promise. Oh, I do have. And you're still up for occasional occupation or job. If something comes my way that might need your talents.
Of course.
I must say, and I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but have you learned the burglary arts at all?
And Brynn would just kind of smile and kind of shake her head a little bit, and then she would just be like, I know my way around a padlock or two.
Okay. Your these can't. You don't. It doesn't seem like you understand it, so I wasn't sure.
I do. I'm just very distracted and very tired.
Oh. My apologies then. Again, forgive my rudeness. I just like to be upfront sometimes too.
Not at all. So, and Brynn would kind of do like the Midwestern time to hit the old dusty trail and stand up from the bench and be like, so I'm on retainer, as it were.
In a way,
I can count on some information. We're staying at the Wicked Goat.
Oh, you've mentioned that. Yes, definitely. It should be a day or two, but I think I'll be able to get something for you.
And Brynn would like kind of smile and say, well, thank you, Leto. I appreciate you meeting me.
You're welcome. And please come by the Dryad again. I might have ask the hostess for a flower.
I'll be happy to.
Excellent.
And I would kind of turn away, and then one quick thing, Brynn would turn over her shoulder and be like, and I hate to ask for a favor, but since I'm on retainer now.
I know. Yes, I was waiting for this. Please. And he seems like joyously giddy, like he was expecting it and waiting for it, and it was just like, and you did not disappoint.
If you could possibly also, as a black dragonborn, possibly about town, you could keep an eye out and let me know if you see a big black dragonborn.
You don't have any. That opens up a very curious book there.
That's personal.
Ooh.
My dwarf and elf companions don't need to know about that.
Well, considering the state of the city right now with all the hoopla of the adult or large black dragon flying around town and the sightings we've had recently,
yes.
And an adventurer pod even made contact with the dragon. He had a job for them. The bloody dragon gave them a job, and they did it.
Haven't heard anything about that.
Oh no, not many people have. So now what else are you? So I have the rumors of a sighting of a black dragonborn not too long ago, but the dragon, are they connected?
If the mystery is too big for you, I'm sure I could just find somebody else to keep an eye out for the black dragonborn.
Oh, no. No need for that. He's it is.
Mm,
I'll keep my eyes and ears open to this, definitely, and
thank you.
anytime.
Most considerate.
Always.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
And you as well. And just as you start walking away and you hear this, his voice coming up. Well, good evening, ladies. Are you out for the evening? And he's just like, oh, come, we must
Brynn would roll
party
her
together.
eyes hard.
And he just puts his arms around these two ladies, Scarlet or socialites, and they seem to be going off to a tavern.
Phenomenal. I love him. That's amazing. Okay. Yep. And I just come back to the Wicked Goat and I try to get
Before
in.
Brynn, I need one more perception check.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Perception. This one's a little bit better. This is a 14.
Okay.
Better than 8.
Oh.
You gotta, as you were leaving the area and you look back over at the bridge, for a split second, you just had this uncomfortable feeling. Like almost a dread feeling. It was the same feeling when you were down below looking at it. And then you didn't see anything, but you just felt it for a second.
Brynn,
as if you were being watched.
Yeah. Brynn sort of like immediately kind of just tries to play it off like she's paranoid, it's dark, she's tired, whatever. But then like she has been taught really hard to trust her instincts and trust her gut, and knows that maybe she was being watched, and just walks a little bit more quickly back to the Wicked Goat.
And like I said, you're that block away, but you're still seeing it. And you're pretty and as you get about another half a block away, definitely the feeling's gone. So, and it was mainly
I am free to know ghost.
Yeah, so you get back to the Wicker Goat, no issues, no problem. Everyone gets a good night's sleep, lots of rest. Glastoc about 4 hours later. Actually, within like several hours, Rocky kind of comes back and forth. Suddenly there's something that just gets dropped. And chat. Hey, chat.
Oh, man.
Let's have some interaction, please, if you will. What dead thing does Rocky bring back? What animal?
As long as it's not a body.
Yeah.
You should put a limit on that there, Jay. Otherwise, it's going to be like a dead orc, a dead behemoth.
I'm opening it up, but I will put I will.
He brings back a Bureau's sister.
So if chat kind of shares anything soon, we'll let you know on what that is. But feel free to share. But the rest of the evening, it goes well. Rocky kind of comes back, and the invisibly portion only lasts about an hour, if I recall.
Right. Yeah.
So it's definitely he's coming when he flies. Like the first hour, it was like he brought something back, but it was just like boom. And then later on, he was visible again, and then he dropped something else. And like a small rodent, and then this other item that we'll see if chat shares with us. And then eventually he goes back into his box, and he kind of, before he goes back, and he's like, Doc, why you? Woof.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that nobody found your box while you were out hunting.
Oh. Oh. Magic. We should do magic on it. Ask Nero if he can put magic spell on so no one sees. Can you do that, Glastoc?
I can't do that, but maybe we can convince a bureau to do something like that.
Something. He likes reading books.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
something a book would tell him. Hide box. Maybe. You take me downstairs, right?
Yes.
I go box now. And he kind of goes into the box and shuts the door, and you hear this click.
Oh my god. What a bub.
And then suddenly, just as you get on the back, you hear this click. Thank you.
Oh my god, he's so polite. I love him.
Oh.
Oh
Kurt
god.
says he brought back a bear.
Oh my god.
A bug bear?
No, like a black bear,
A
brown
black
bear.
bear would be a
Black bear
little
isn't that big.
big, but a
A
baby,
brown bear's bigger.
yes, but a black bear cub is not.
Just a snack.
We're gonna have an angry mom. A 2-bite brown bear.
We're gonna, yeah, it was something because along those lines. Oh,
Whatever you thought, I would go with it. Don't be hesitant.
no. I'm processing it a little bit more. The GM brain has just went boom, click, point, reveal. It's a small black bear with a name tag on it that has my favorite companion, your favorite druid.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
As long as it's not an actual druid that's shapeshifted,
Nope,
I'm
it's
good
not
with
an actual. It is
Okay.
a ranger or a druid's companion
Great.
that was stuck outside of a tavern because you didn't want to bring his companion into the city or sitting at the cavern, was left alone somewhere in the city, and it became dinner.
Became lunch.
Oh my god. No.
So there's a ranger or a druid running around the city now looking for his companion. Missing. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Ouch. Ouch.
Anyways, as we move on.
Brynn is up early, down eating breakfast in the tavern.
Okay.
Good morning, Brynn.
Morning, Aviro. How did you sleep?
I don't sleep.
What? Remind me, why doesn't Aviro sleep?
Elves don't actually sleep. They go into a trance and meditate for 4 hours, but they don't actually sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I had a little bit more of the elf in me, because I need my 8 hours. And last night I got it. So I'm in a good mood. Very rare. Enjoy it while you can.
Wonderful. I think I shall. Would you like to hear a joke?
Yes.
Why do mermaids wear seashells?
Why?
Because B shells are too small and D shells are too big.
There goes my good mood. I wonder where Glastoc is.
Aw, you funny daddy.
Vero telling dad jokes. Oh my god.
It was fairly funny, Aviro.
Hashtag Dragon Daddy.
I give it a
Hashtag
solid
Dragon
6.5.
All right. So Glastoc comes down. He lets both Aviro and Brynn know that Rocky makes multiple trips back and forth.
Well,
He
of
doesn't
course
just
that's an
go.
attack dragon. That's what dragons do. They go up. This is news to you?
Well, well, yeah, it's news to me. But you know, I mean, he goes out, he'll find something, kill it, bring it back, then go out, get something else, kill it, bring it back, and he'll do this multiple times throughout the night.
That's how it works.
Last night.
Because one of these nights I want to go into his little thing while he's gone and have a more heart-to-heart talk with Squirtle when Rocky's not there.
That could get you a throat chop.
Well, that's why I don't want to do it while Rocky's there. I want Squirtle to be more honest. He's not Part of it might be apprehension because he doesn't know us, but he's not being 100% honest with us, I don't think, as to why and how he got there. Because he's scared.
He did seem very scared.
Well, he kept looking at Rocky like to see if it was okay to answer the questions.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Don't let Rocky catch you. He'll be pissed.
Well, that's why I was trying to figure out how much time I would have in there. So,
Well, did Rocky bring back anything last night?
yeah, he brought back a bear.
Wow. Good for Rocky.
No,
Where did he
because
get a
it
bear
belongs
at?
to somebody because it had a name tag.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Was there a name on it?
No, it just said my favorite companion.
Oh.
Oh no, there on the other side it said Fluffy.
Oh, great. Of course it did.
Oh. We have to tell Rocky that hunting in the city is off limits.
Yeah.
There's all that swampland out there. He can probably go there instead.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have that talk with him next time I see him. In the meantime, I have some good news.
Okay.
And I would just say if we can hold off maybe 2 days on anything involving that rich prick. I have a friend who will be able to get us some documentation of his shady financial dealings.
Oh.
Paper document.
And what does this friend want in return for such documents?
You don't need to worry about it.
Well, yes, I do need to worry about it because as one of your companions, your safety is one of my priorities.
My safety has nothing to do with you, Glastoc. I love you dearly and you're my friend, but I can take care of myself.
That I don't doubt, but there is a limit to everybody's abilities.
I'll tell you what. Fair enough. I don't know what he wants yet. When I find out what he wants, I'll let you know.
And then we can all help out.
Or not. Thanks anyway, Dad.
Suit yourself.
Thank you. I shall. And Brynn just keeps eating her eggs and she does seem like she's in a good mood.
Did
rare.
Did Brynn attune to her sword?
Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did, didn't you?
I probably would have taken some time and meditated, yeah, with it. I would have like pretended. I don't know really how to do it, so I would have just sat like crisscross applesauce with it on my lap and be like, attune. And then I would just sort of
banging her head against it.
It's been a long day.
Oh,
So
eventually
Brynn just sort of sits there and is just kind of staring at it and looking at the runes and kind of looking at the inscription and almost like nods off, sitting there, and kind of by accident, that is the attunement.
We're gonna expand on that for a second.
Okay.
So as you nod off and you get into a sleep, suddenly you find yourself in water, standing in a dream state. And you're standing in ankle high, like shin high water, but it just goes forever. And it's just this, as you look around, it's just this purple, bluish scene. Like the water goes forever. And when it hits the horizon, it just goes up. There's no clouds, there's nothing. It's just, as you look all around. And then you suddenly feel something breathing behind you.
Oh, geez. I turn around.
And as you turn around, suddenly your vision turns into this magnificent marble and stonework structure. You're inside this large structure, and 80-foot tall pillars standing on the side. It's a good, 50, 60 feet wide and almost like 100 feet long. And you're standing just outside the entrance of where, and the pillars are on the side, and it opens up to a circle up in the top as you're looking up, and you're just kind of looking around, and you're just having this dream state as it's weird because it's not in focus, and it's almost as if it looks like a humanoid kind of moving, but it's it's shimmering back behind it as it's moving. It's like almost like a smoke in red and brown. So it's like the humanoid is almost smokish surrounding it, holding a sword and kind of moving towards the center of this building.
I go towards that figure.
And as you're kind of moving, you can't move. You're just you're in an observing state. And as you're looking, you see a large stone table to the left with a fire going and utensils on it and materials in a bucket and crates next to it, as if it was a forge.
Okay.
And then this figure, suddenly this smoky figure seems to be in battle. And then another figure gets right next to it. And it seems to be in battle with something. And then it comes to, as you look over back at these figures, and you're not seeing what it's hitting or attacking, suddenly the smoke figure it's almost as if a beam of light hits and it disappears. One of the figures of ghosts.
Okay.
And as you kind of look up a little bit further up in the sky, you just see this large, smoky ball.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
part of the ball's mouth opens up, like a mouth can be seen.
Yeah.
And then you wake up.
Oh. Okay. Wow. So Brynn would sort of at this time, so she fell asleep sort of sitting up. She would have kind of slumped off to the side, but the sword would still be in her hands.
Yep.
And she realizes that she has slept with the sword, and she just sort of shakes her head and is like, I can never tell Arivo about this. And then she would sit up and just sort of like shake her head and kind of just try to forget that dream, and she would put her sword away and get kind of just like fluff out her clothes because she fell asleep in them, and then head down for breakfast, and that's where we were at before.
And you have a +1 rapier.
Nice. Oh my god, I am gonna wreck shit.
So one of two things, I'll have to adjust on your character sheet the sword itself that you have. I might put some more information into it, make sure that it's named properly or however. But on your character sheet, I've added your +1 rapier already.
Thank you.
So yeah, so now
Amazing.
You're eating during the day. The breakfast is coming. You're having this conversation. Arivo, you notice this because you've been waiting for it.
She had the sword on her.
The sword is on her, yes.
Yeah.
But what you notice is a wizard dressed, young wizard, kind of a runner, comes into the tavern, not running, but he's just kind of nicely pressed and kind of comes up and goes over to the owner and seems to have a conversation. Yes, I am looking for Arivo Starbone. I have a message for him from this. It's like, from who? That business is private. Can you point me to the direction of Arivo Starbone and company? And he kind of puts his finger over at you and is like, thank you, good man. And suddenly he comes up to you and goes, are you Arivo Starbone?
I am.
Stefan presents you with information. Thank you.
Ah.
You have been served. Have a good day. Thank you. And he leads off.
Who was that?
Clearly, it was a page. Read it.
Roll my eyes and I kind of lean to Glastoc. I'm like, clearly it was a pain.
And as you start reading this, it says, a bit of Stoneborn contract, NDAC. Please bring you and your company of Glastoc and Brynn Broadriver and Glastoc Steelcloak to the Temple of Mistra tomorrow morning. Actually, tomorrow morning for an important job. Your investigations of the Temple of Mistra is required. Payment will be negotiated, but stipends will be provided. You will have, please meet Stefan in the meeting room A4, first level, for more information. And then at the bottom, in a script of, please place this message in fire to destroy.
Yes, well, it appears that is the Starborn. Please bring your companions, Brent Broad River and Glastoc Steelcloak, to the Temple of Mistress tomorrow morning to meet with. Now, when you say Stefan, do you mean Simon Silvercowl?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Simon Silvercowl.
Okay.
Yep, brain fart.
It means Simon Silvercowl tomorrow morning to investigate Temple of Mistress. Payment will be negotiated at the time. Well, it looks like it's a job offer. Tomorrow morning, we are to meet in the temple to negotiate. Apparently, we're being hired to investigate something. And is the fire going?
Yep.
It is?
Yeah.
All right. So he will... is prestidigitation, can I create flame, minor flame with prestidigitation?
Yeah, definitely.
So he'll stand up and he'll walk over to the fire and he'll just light the thing on fire and then toss it in.
Okay. And that is where we're going to take a quick break.
Cool.
So everyone, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. We might have a technical difficulty because of internet issues, so don't worry, we're going to still be on. But we are going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. 2.
We're good.
Hello, welcome. We are back. We have no technical difficulties, so that's good, but we might. So who
Nice.
knows? My internet's kind of glitchy right now, but so far it's been pretty good. We're going to do small retcon. We're going to talk about how the message, Aviro just got a message from the Temple of
Simon Silvercow.
from Simon Silvercow, and he is saying, hey, guess what? I need you to come to help investigate the library at Temple of Mystra. We need you today, not tomorrow, today. This afternoon. Please gather your comrades and meet us by noonish at a particular location, and they will be given the instructions of what they need to be done.
As Aviro's reading this, I'm like, they're awfully demanding today.
Well, this was brought to my attention yesterday.
Why didn't you
And-
say anything?
Yeah.
Well, there was all that.
Plans today.
There was all that stuff with my sister, and I was ambushed, and then there was everything with Rocky, and just.
For the record, your sister is a delight. Never mind, I'm not mad anymore.
Yes, she's wonderful. She really is wonderful, and that's what's killing me. She really is wonderful.
She's great. Next time you
Yes.
see her, tell her I would love to brunch sometime.
All right. You could also tell her yourself. Just saying.
She's so
anyway.
cool. I'm a little intimidated.
You don't need to be. So anyway, this afternoon, we're supposed to meet around noon. We don't have any plans, correct? Wonderful. Hooray. We'll meet there.
Yep. Let's go.
I need everyone to give me a perception check.
God, I have been
Jay.
sucking it up on perception checks today. Let's go. Come on. Hey! Hell yes! 22!
Nice. 13, but my passive is 14.
Nine. That's a different group.
People be asking us the questions.
So you have probably about 2 or 3 hours to get anything or anything that you want. And as you're walking out the door, you're getting your. Do you go upstairs to get packs and get all your gear and stuff like that? So
Yeah.
you do.
Well, we've got to
upstairs,
get the box.
You get the box. You're bringing the box. Bringing the backpack.
Well, yeah.
Never
yeah.
know.
No.
Okay.
Taking no chances.
So as you get everything, you get all geared up and you're walking out. Literally, Glastoc, you walk out the door. Aviro's next. And Aviro, you're going to notice Brynn's reaction, if she has one. But Brynn, as you're getting out and you kind of look back over and there's that big picture of those legends of Saltmarsh are there. And you kind of look at that picture for a second and that little gray, painted over section that there was probably a purple sheep or something like that. And it's just entertainment that just kind of brings your entertainment that someone would do that. You kind of looked over there. And as your eyes kind of glance over, there's 2 individuals sitting at a table right next to that. And your eyes glance over and something catches your eye. Several shiny buttons. Down the.
Who's in the jacket with the buttons?
It appears to be a older human with a slight beard. And for a second, and next to him is a clearly white bearded wizard with some nice fine robes. And this particular human that's sitting there is making some very nice fine. And then you see the tubes that he has around his belt and some device that's similar to that. And you realize it's the alchemist you saw when you first came.
Oh.
But he looks much older.
The dude with the buttons is the alchemist? Okay. Ooh.
And they're just having a drink and conversation.
So would I know where the Temple of Mystra is?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I would kind of like Brynn would almost freeze. Like she totally she's pretty good at like
Is it Glastoc and then Brynn and then
Glastoc walked out Avero, and then Brynn was last, and Brynn stopped.
was
And
last,
as you're
okay.
stepping out, Avero, you look back and you see Brynn just stop and just looking in somewhere in the tavern.
Staring. Yeah.
What's going on?
I think I think I recognize somebody. An old friend. Vero, you go tell Glastoc I'll be along shortly. I'll be
All
5
right,
minutes behind
maybe.
you.
Yep.
5 minutes behind you. And I would turn over and I would want to walk over to the freaking table.
Yeah. Okay. And they're kind of sitting there. They seem to be having a discussion, and you just bring up, and they just kind of turn up and look at you, and he gets a little bit of a smile. The wizard. Actually, give me an insight check.
Okay.
Please.
Shit. God, 7.
Yeah, you pay no attention to the wizard. You're focused on this finely tailored long cape jacket with several silver buttons. And he just they both look at you, and he's kind of looking at you. He's like, smiles, and it's like, morning.
Good morning indeed.
And he
That's it.
says a name. This is a Kendrick. This is, and he looks, and your name, dear?
Hendrik. My name is Brynn. We've met.
Yes, Brynn, that's right. Your companions. We met a long time ago. I think you offered me a beer, or you wanted a drink or something, or something like. It was a while ago. I'm trying to remember, but
Yes.
how are you these days? It's something I can help you with.
I'm doing very well. Yes, I actually had a quick question for you.
Oh, yes.
Kendrick,
I'm not Kendrick. That's Kendrick, but
I know I was turning to Kendrick. I'm
yeah.
like, Kendrick, would you mind if me and what was this guy's name? I forget. I don't even think we ever got his name.
You never did get his name.
Kendrick, me and your friend have to have a quick talk in private. Would you
we
mind?
do?
Yes.
You know, I'm responsible for Kendrick. He traveled a long way to get here, and I can't leave him alone. And whatever you say in front of me, you're welcome to say in front of him. No secrets. He kind of chuckled at him, and he kind of chuckles back. He's like, oh, okay. And
no secrets. I would sit down next to the alchemist,
mm-hmm.
and I would order us like mimosas.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the morning time, and that's the only way it's acceptable.
Yes, that is very true.
Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys.
Or bloodies, yeah, absolutely. And I would kind of lean in. I would just talk to them for just a couple of minutes, and then I would lean in and I'd be like, I have been actually on the hunt for a dragon that has been seen hereabouts. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Dragon? Are you talking about the large black dragon that many people have seen in the area?
Kind of any dragon. I work for somebody who's paying very highly for their heads. Can be a big one, or preferably a small one. Easier to kill.
A small dragon in the city? That would just be dangerous to have something like that here. I wish there was something like that.
I want to do an insight check.
Please do.
Oh my god, motherfucker, I got you, you bastard. 22.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He is playing it up completely.
He got you, you bastard.
Finally, a good roll. Got you, you bastard.
I would under the table, Brynn would take out a dagger and like stick it into this guy, not into, but like right against this guy's knee, like a little bit like hard enough that he would notice. And I'd be like, are you sure you haven't seen a medium-sized black dragon?
And he kind of looks at you for a second, and he's, oh. Wow. I wasn't sure if I was who I was dealing with, but this is quite intriguing. Why, I do know of possibly have seen a dragon and
Hmm.
medium size, but I have a feeling you did too.
Hmm. Well, I'm not much for anybody else's feelings. I'm sure you can tell that by now. All I need to know is if you did happen to see this medium sized black dragon, what did the two of you talk about?
Well, that is an intriguing question. By all means, what would me, of all people, have to talk to a dragon for? Hypothetically, of course, right?
I push the blade a little further into his knee. I'm like, I am very pressed for time today.
Oh,
If you don't want to be walking with a cane for a while,
oh,
speed it up.
oh, so this is the. Oh, so I have so missed young spirit of you. Speeding
This
up.
guy's having way too much fun.
Yeah, I don't
and,
like his
and he
fucking
looks
tone.
over at the main bar and he just kind of and you notice a head bob for a second and he kind of turns back over to you as you see a dark adventurer sitting next in the corner.
Oh, shit.
And what you can see is the hand crossbow under his arm, pointed at the owner.
Oh, fuck. Ooh. I kind of look. So Bryn has sort of like been very obviously in control in
Mhm.
this situation, and for the first time, her expression alters a little bit.
Now, I have to admit, wow, Bryn, I'm impressed, very much impressed. I will just say this: your companion is unique, quite dangerous, and keeps to himself. I just so happen to introduce myself to him. Just offered if he needed any help or
Well, he doesn't.
get rid of anything.
He doesn't need any of your help.
You say, which I can tell that maybe not now, and maybe sometime in the future.
He doesn't
Is it
need
the
you. Stay away from him.
I was wondering if that was going to happen. Right on cue. Kerlik, did I not say this would be an entertaining morning? He's just kind of looking at you like, wow, okay.
The pressure on his knee lessens.
He's like, don't worry, I will keep my distance from your friend. I can wait. I have time. And
Mm.
but just understand if something happens to me, I would hate for anything else to happen in your lives.
Stay away, and nothing will happen to you.
So much.
Bryn would stand up, and the dagger which she has had under the table, she just goes thunk and sticks it into the table and be like,
Ooh.
"Don't forget."
It's hard not to. And as you're walking away,
I want to spit on like near the
Yep,
guy's shoes
that's
who has the
fine.
crossbow bolt on the way out.
And so just as you walk out, he says something to you.
What did he say?
You don't know.
What do you mean? I don't know.
He says
Oh,
it
it's
in a
not
different language.
Fuck. What language is it?
Avira, what languages
tell
do you
you?
know?
Well, Avero's not there, but Avero
I know,
knows
but what
Right,
languages
right,
do you
right,
know?
Celestial, Draconic, Elvish, and Sylvan, and Common.
Sylvan.
Okay.
You hear it, and you recognize it as something in Sylvan because,
Sylvan.
but you don't know Sylvan, but you can hear the word.
Is it short enough that I would be able to like
Yes.
remember
Yes,
it and
you would.
repeat it?
Yes.
Okay. And I just sort of like glare at him over my shoulder and I leave and I hustle because it took too much time. I hustle over to the Temple of Mistra.
Yep. And as
God
you're
damn it.
making your way over,
Making my
standing.
way downtown. Walking.
You make your way there. Glastoc and Avero are waiting for you at the front steps of this glorious, beautiful, temple, large dome with a pyramid going up. It's multiple
And
levels.
you know, the dome was constructed in 415. Now, that's not the original dome. The
And
original dome
Glastoc's
was
just
actually
sitting there like
destroyed
this, sitting on the step
fire.
with his eyes closed. So,
And Brynn like hustles up and is like, "Whew. Well, what are we talking about?
Wow, you see, now this dome here is actually, I was just telling Glass,
architecture.
the original dome. The original dome.
Architecture. Awesome.
That is where we're going to stop for tonight's
Oh my
episode.
God.
So that next,
Oh my God.
on the 18th of May, we will be returning to begin, and a special guest will be returning, or will be joining us, I should say, for a library investigation in the Temple of Mistra. Something that Avero is well versed in.
Oh my God. He's going to take the lead.
He is, and this is all because of our campaign casual chat night.
Mm-hmm.
That night, we talked about if Avero ever took the group to a temple or a library, what would happen. Because of that night, I constructed our
idea.
next 2 sessions because of that
God.
night and what's
Awesome.
going to happen. So,
I'm so excited.
oh, this is going to be awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for the lurks. Make sure you follow us here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. Please follow us on our YouTube channel. Take a look at our VOBs. Any appreciation. We are not affiliate yet. Or I should say we are not affiliate anymore. We were affiliate. We lost it. Now but eventually we're going to be looking at coming back to affiliate. So those always help. So again, thank you so much. Let's go around. Please share what you're doing. Again, real quick. Jim, where can we find you?
So yeah, Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter. Obviously here on Wednesday nights, playing with this wonderful crew. Starting tomorrow night, I will be playing in an Oops All Rogues campaign over on the Blue Water Dragoons channel.
Woohoo!
And Jim, is your character a rogue?
No, I'm not a rogue. I'm the only non-rogue in this party of Oops All Rogues. So
It's almost a rogue.
Awesome.
Nice. Jeff, how about you?
I play here on Wednesday nights, and that's it. Actually, no, it's not true. No, that's not true. I have a Call of Cthulhu game that I play on Tuesday nights, but that's not live streamed. And then I have a Strixhaven game that I play every alternate Saturday, but that's not live streamed. And then I have a Pathfinder 2 game that meets like once a month, but that's not live streamed.
I want to pick your brain about Pathfinder 2nd edition. I would love to hear more about it.
Sure. I've been greatly enjoying it. Pretty awesome, especially play a barbarian. Barbarians are awesome.
Ooh.
Barbarians are awesome.
Actually,
everywhere.
they are pretty awesome. Pathfinder. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Carrie,
Yes.
please share.
I'm Carrie. Yeah. You can find me obviously here on 2 Wednesdays a month. You can find me on Monday nights over on Mini Terrain Domain where we play the Candlekeep Mysteries. I play a barbarian. Go figure. And then starting in the early fall, I will be running a game on Mini Terrain Domain. We're looking at Wednesday nights, certain Wednesday nights, of course, avoiding this stupendous game. So thank you guys. Oh my gosh, so much. Again, apologies. I apologized in the side chat. Apologies for being such a frickin' ham tonight. I did not.
Apparently, it's going to be me for the next 2. So don't worry too much about it.
There's
was
going to be some share. We're definitely going to have some share. So it all works out. There's there's Easter eggs, there's spoilers, there's lots of good little things that just tick tick tick. So
I
yeah,
love it.
love it. Hi everyone, I'm Jay, also known as Neopet3 on the socials. You can find me here Wednesdays, which I love and enjoy. This has been awesome and continues to be awesome every week that we play. So thank you so much. Thank you to my players. Thank you for making this enjoyable. On Saturdays, you can find me on Gilding Light channel, playing in the Champions of Eclipsia. We are 3 episodes to finish our season 1. So Saturdays at 4 p.m. on that channel. And then Shadowport Adventures are on Mini-Terrain Dream on Sundays. We're on a hiatus. We'll be back this coming fall. But as a spoiler, we are looking at a Star Wars long-term campaign that some people might be in. And this long-term campaign will be a full arc. Yes, it's Jim! It's going to be a slow burn of creativity. We're going to take the first few months to really play, and then we're going to start streaming probably fall or winter. But we're going to get some time in. We're going to really dive in and create. And like this and the Legends of Saltmarsh on MTD, we want to have a nice, just a good, fun story arc. So we're in the process of creating that. But my special announcement that I've been teasing for about 2 weeks now, I am excited and have the great honor and pleasure of running a Star Wars one-shot on the holiest of all days. May the 4th be with you.
Oh
So
my
next
God.
Wednesday, I will be running a one-shot on Gilding Light for a Star Wars one-shot with special guests, Todd Stashwick and Lucas, and I'm going to butcher his name, Sanuman. We also have Kurt from Gilding Light, Brick from Gilding Light, and our dear friend, Bill Roper, who is in chat and from the Star Wars, will be joining us as well for a fun and hilarious love of Star Wars. May the 4th be with you one shot. So I'm very, very excited to have all these wonderful and talented people at my table, virtual, and to run a great Star Wars one shot on the Star Wars Holiday of Days. So please check that out on Gilding Light. More information, follow me on the socials to get that information. And again, follow here, follow all these wonderful people. Thank you again, everyone, for lurked. Last but not least, please be kind, please be open, please be appreciative. And what we say here is, again, please be kind and don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
Take care.
Bye. See you in 2 weeks.